Hi there, my name is Rachel, and this is my love story on how I found love with my boss. I was trapped in an abusive relationship. I didn't know how to escape. My boyfriend pretended like he cared about me, but he didn't, and it was clear to see. Michael, that's his name. He would control every aspect of my life. He would yell at me and get angry. And it hurt. It hurt me whenever he said these words. I was terrified of him. I felt like I had nowhere to turn. I lived in San Francisco, and it was so expensive. And then, of course, I had this job working for a multi-billionaire. He was really kind to me, but I could sense he was lonely. But of course, we couldn't cross that line. But then, one day, Michael called me and kept on yelling on the phone. And of course, his words angered me. I was quite sad because I was standing in front of my boss. Finally, Jack, my boss, said to me, "Hang up the phone." I said, "Okay." And then he said, "You deserve love. Come, let's go to dinner tonight." And of course, that's what happened. We went to dinner. But I did something crazy. I picked up my phone, and of course, Michael was texting me, telling me how insane I was and how ugly I looked. And that's when Jack said, "Put down the phone." I did as he requested. I put down the phone. And we had the most wonderful dinner ever. He said, "Look, let's go somewhere. I want to take you on a trip." I looked at him with widened eyes, thinking, oh my God, is he being serious? Oh yes, he was being serious. He took me in his private jet and said to me, "I want you to know what it's like to be treated as a lady that you are." And with that, we landed in Los Angeles. He took me shopping. We went everywhere. Then we got on his jet again. He took me to his private island where we went scuba diving and everything. And I thought, this only happens in fantasies, not in reality, right? But I was wrong. He cared about me. And then when we returned to the hotel, he told me all about his dreams and all the things he wanted to do in life. I asked him why he wasn't with anyone. He told me he hadn't had much luck in love, and that he poured himself into working all the time. And then he looked into my eyes and said, "You have the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen." And then I blushed, of course. But a voice in my head kept saying, "Remember what Michael told you? You're not good enough. You can't be anybody. You can't do anything right." I hate to admit, the voices were in my head constantly. But then when Jack leaned in and kissed me, for a moment there, I forgot all about it, and instead looked into Jack's eyes. He looked at me and said he wanted to make love to me. I was shocked. And of course he did. We made love that day. And of course everything changed. We couldn't go back to the way things used to be, right? I thought, wow, this is really great. But then I woke up from a dream. I imagined Michael coming back into my life and yelling at me once again. I tried not to think about it, but I couldn't help it. I woke up upset. Jack held me in his arms and said, "Are you okay?" I said to him, "I think so, but I don't know." He said to me, "I will protect you. Don't ever think that you are not worthy. You're beautiful, and I have something to ask you." I looked into his eyes and said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I want to get married to you." I thought he was joking, but he wasn't. He gave me a ring, and let's just say, the rest is history. We got married, but of course, not before Jack called Michael to tell him to stay away from me, or he will have him arrested, and he wouldn't like that. I guess you can say the universe brought me love. Love. Love is power and love is true. Let's just say I belong to Jack. And of course, Jack belongs to me. We belong to each other. And our baby, yes, we had the baby, makes us a family. Life is great. Life is beautiful. I no longer have dreams or nightmares. Instead, I have pure love. And I am grateful for it. Believe that love can happen. Because honestly, if it can happen for me, it can happen for you too. And then I started my own successful line. I no longer just go shopping. I sell clothing to empower women. And Jack is all for it. He's been changing diapers. And it's just something so amazing. Love is an amazing thing. Just believe it can happen to you. If it happened to me, it can happen to you too. Thank you. Thanks for watching. And please subscribe.